Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me on MTP Live. Our next creative small business owner that we will be talking to is Aneela of London Manori. So let me get her on here. All right. Hello, hello. Yay! And Brett. Yes.
Yeah.
How are you two? It's so good to see you.
Good. Nice to see you again so soon. What a treat.
I know, twice a week. So, welcome to MTP Live. I'd love
Thank you.
to introduce yourselves and tell everyone a little bit about your business.
So my name is Aneela Nori. This is Brett London. The company is called London Manori. We started the company in 2007, but we didn't start selling until 2009. And the first place we started selling was at the Melrose Trading Post. And since then, since being business partners, we got married, we have a kid, and it's all roses.
Hey, well, happy Mother's Day, first of all.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, well, that's a beautiful story, and I love that, this project brought you two together, and look at how it's evolved and grown into a beautiful family. So wonderful.
Yeah. Great, and you've been part of the whole story. Like, I remember the days like 10 years ago when we used to go sell at the market and he would sleep under the table. So, good stories.
Not all the time. It's like twice.
Like,
I called on the way downstairs. I was like, I'll be right back. I have to go downstairs. Come back up and time to pack up.
Yeah.
So speaking of the market, what made you decide to start at the market, and what do you love about the community of people there?
Well, back then I had a store. So I had a store in Westwood Village, and then I had a store in Palmdale. But mostly I would buy and sell real gold, real diamonds. And then I decided, like, hey, we're artists, like, why don't we design? So I started designing on my own, and it was a little slow, and when no one pushes you, you kind of crawl. And I knew Brett, and he has a graphic design degree, has a degree in art history, so he's very, very creative. So I asked him one day, I'm like, hey, do you want to be my partner? And he's like, yeah. And that's how we got together, and that's how we started London Manori. And then I remember my girlfriend used to have a bedding line, and she sold a couple of times at your market at the Melrose Trading Post back in 2009. So I had helped her once, so that's how I knew that you guys exist. And plus we used to go there, just on a Sunday, casual with friends and walk around, get some sun, have some brunch. And then we started selling there, and we have almost been there every weekend for the last 10 years, except for now.
Yeah, it's really, when I think of the Melrose Trading Post, I've been with the market for a little over 9 years. So I just think of, like, your company is one of the staples in the market all the time.
Some people ask us, like, why are you guys still there? It's so great. It's so great for a few reasons. It's great because there is such a big sense of community at the Melrose Trading Post. We have friends now there. It gives us a reason to be outdoors all day. Like when we work 60, 70 hours a week. A lot of times it's spent indoors. So it gives us fresh air. We get to communicate with, like, so many people. We meet so many people. And like one of the other ladies you had on earlier said that people come from different countries to come visit them. We have the same thing. And it's just a joy. Sometimes it's shocking. Like, oh, you came from here, you came from Denmark, you came from Canada, and they come just to the Melrose Trading Post to see the vendors there. And it's amazing.
It is amazing. A lot of times we get requests from international magazines, and I'm always so intrigued by it because I'm like, wow, does that mean like someone in another country is going to learn about us and in their trip to Los Angeles come to the market? And the vendors time and again, like you're saying, have said, like, yes, people like plan a vacation, and when they're planning on their Los Angeles vacation, they make sure the Melrose Trading Post is one of the stops.
Yeah, it's a big staple. It's a big to-do, a bucket list for being in LA for sure.
Yeah, and obviously that is because of the vendors. The vendors really make it such an incredibly, just visual experience. Talking to everyone, it's like heartwarming. You make so many connections with
You
people.
guys got to give yourself some credit too. You guys also make it feel like a sense of family, which is important. I mean, we have our ups and downs, everybody does, and it's great. It's great. It's like we need to see you every Sunday.
Yeah, it's so true. You know, the market really brings people together, and that's definitely something I miss about it. You know, is there anything in particular that you really are missing about being in the market and the face-to-face of connecting with your patrons?
Yeah, I miss all of it. I missed a lot of it. I miss a lot of it, like the hands-on hands. Like online is great. Etsy, you know, Amazon, our website, everything is great. That's great. But it's a whole different feel when you're face-to-face with a customer. That's why we never left that market. People were like, at one point we were in 400 stores. We did American Idol. We did a lot of different high celebrity events. We had a lot of celebrities wearing our stuff. And they're like, why do you still go to the market? It's just because we're such people. I think we need it as much as they do to be with each other. And for us, we get a sense of what the fashion is. Like a lot of fashion comes from Hollywood, which the world, you know, depends on. So it gives us things, we can see what's out there. We know what we have to design. We know what people are looking for. I think that's why we were so successful, because we also got that input, and then in turn we could put that output on. We could test it on the people who came there, see what they liked, see what they didn't like. It's very important.
Yeah, and so that's, you know, a large effect of this whole COVID-19 thing is we can't connect and have that one-on-one anymore. How else is it impacting your business?
Well, most of it's like on the one-on-one, like the online stuff is still steady. I would just say we get a lot of requests of people who will call us or email us on the back end and be like, hey, you know, I saw you here, I want this. I see you on your website, but I can't visualize it, or I don't know how to layer. We do a lot of like layering and, you know, helping them pair earrings with necklaces. So we're getting a lot of those requests. So then on the back end on one-on-ones, we'll do that. But yeah, I think we just missed like the whole thing.
Yeah, it's like a really great concert that you once went to that you're able to go to 52 times a year,
Yeah.
which is awesome. You know, you get to, it's cool. Like it's an event, you know, even for vendors, for us, I mean, there's completely two different sides of it, right? It's like when you go to a restaurant as opposed to working at a restaurant, right? When you go to a restaurant, you see nothing about what's going on behind the scenes, but when you work there, everything's going on behind the scenes that customers don't even see. So it's kind of the best of both worlds when you're vending there, because you're on the stage with all the performers, but you also are like great friends with all the people coming there to you know, be patrons and enjoy the event, you know. So it really is like a rock concert, man. It has that kind of feel to it. It's cool. I mean, where is it about?
Personal relationships. Like,
yeah,
that's
awesome.
We thrive on that, you know, like we thrive on the one-on-one with a person. Yeah, we thrive on like being with you guys. We thrive on being outdoors in LA. I mean, come on. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's
we're
awesome.
very lucky.
We're so
It's a lot of
lucky
fun.
to have weather out here, and you know, that in itself inspires the fashion seasonally. We get to see the fashion change instead of the leaves change.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. The people are the trees. Those
Yeah.
are the leaves. I guess that's what it is.
So you mentioned that the market, you know, seeing the fashion and everything helps you when you're thinking of like what to design next. What other inspirations do you have?
That's our daughter.
Check our daughter real quick. Aneela's gonna pick that one up.
This is the joy of working from home. But we get inspired by people. We get inspired by, from like magazines and from television, from what we see in nature. We get, like we were doing the gold leaves for a long time, which was a success. That's all from nature. That was actually from the 70s, that they only made in gold and we redid in silver and different colors. I think nature is a huge part. Nature, I mean, yeah, nature, celebrities, magazines, Hollywood, yeah, people.
You can really tell through your designs that you try to bring everything, like definitely nature, but also just like high fashion kind of like statement things and like simple things.
Yeah.
Love your designs, really. I'm just gushing over here.
Thank you. Yeah.
I've been lucky enough to have some gifts from
Yes.
like my husband and before then my boyfriend, like, hey, go to that booth, shop over there.
I think he got you something for a wedding gift, didn't he? Or something from us. Something, Brett was saying, yeah, great. Yeah. I just want to talk a little bit about like this pandemic, and I know it's hard on a lot of people, and we also have like split opinions about it. I think we all are ready to get back to work. I mean, we go from 60 hours a week to not working. It's kind of bittersweet. It's kind of bitter because we're so used to being workaholics. I've heard people say, "Oh, it's not good to be a workaholic," but I'm like, if that thrives makes us thrive, hey, why not? Like, who are anyone to judge? So we missed that part, but as a blessing, like. We always talk about staying home on a vacation, but we feel guilty, like that we're not making the money and we're staying home. We should actually go on vacation. We should do something. So this kind of gave us an opportunity to stay home, to reconnect as a family. It's been this time I'll never get back with my 3-year-old daughter. So it's bittersweet. Like we're good, we're ready to go back, but I will not regret staying home with her for 2 months. So it's good and bad.
Yeah, it's everyone I've been talking to is really trying to find the positives and really, hold on to those as like, well, there's good in this, there's still good in this. And
it's still good. I mean, for today, it's still good. It's still good. I mean, I see a lot of people who are going through financial hardship and I feel bad for them, but maybe it gives them, I was listening to a podcast, maybe it's time for them to like learn a different language, to learn their trade a little bit more, to catch up on themselves, meditate, read books. You got to find the good in it to stay above sea level,
Yeah, and I think something I've noticed with everyone here who like works with their hands, really working on their craft has helped them get through this, and really just having something to focus on that, it's almost like solving simple problems, but it's art, it's design, whatever it is, and taking that and making something beautiful out of this time.
Yes. Yeah.
So, Aneela, obviously you've got your family there. What is it like running a business as a family, and what do you love about it, and what are your challenges?
The challenge is that being home with a toddler is exhausting. I mean, that's a challenge. So I feel like when I'm working, she needs my attention too. So I think that's where I feel a little bit challenged. Like I feel like splitting my time between the family life and being with my daughter. And then she goes to sleep pretty early. She goes to sleep by 6. But then at 6, I'm so exhausted. But we still get our shit done. And we still get, but we still get our stuff done. I feel like also like we were so used to being outside. We're still so used to running around. I think my spirit has been a little bit, is going through a lesson where it needs to just surrender to the calmness, to the peace, and to know that it's good for me. Like, so that's been a challenge. Like just calming down has been a challenge. Yeah. Yeah, you're getting too deep.
But I'm going to pose the same question to you. What do you
We ventured into the matrix of Melrose Trading Post.
Yeah. But otherwise, we're very blessed that we did have an emergency fund in place, which I think is important. So we've been blessed. We're okay.
Well, good. I'm happy to hear that. That kind of forward thinking and planning. You almost think it's never going to happen, and then something like this happens, and it's like, wow, I'm sure glad I planned. Or that you're able to plan is just incredible in itself. But,
That's pretty unbelievable.
But Brett, I wanted to ask you, what do you love about running a family business, and what are your challenges?
Well, be with me 24/7.
Yeah, I know.
There's so many different things to unpack there. Well, the business is completely different right now than it was from anything that we've known. I would say this is the most challenging that this venture has ever been for us. Aside from when we started in like 07, 08 and the economy collapsed from the housing market. That was like right when we started, that happened.
That's why we started actually. Yeah.
But that actually didn't affect our business as much as this. That didn't stop people from being able to work. It just stopped a lot of people from having money in houses, and this is a completely different situation. So I would say the biggest challenge is, being glued together at the hip quite often is quite a challenge. I think there's a lot of people that, everyone has their own life, but some people, they hi honey in the morning and they're out, and then hi honey at night and they're hanging out and work is gone. And then you get to focus on family life. Well, all the lines are completely blurred. It's always nonstop. It's always work, even when life is happening. So it's not like, because online's always happening and it's with us, it's our names, it's who we are, it's what we do. So that is a challenge in itself, just to kind of keep the energy up. I mean, we both have an incredible amount of energy, that's for sure, but it is exhausting too at the same time, and then we have this little munchkin over here who's, she's 3, and that's a lot.
But I also have to say, the people who work for us, like, it's challenging for us to keep their morale, not to keep them positive, pretty much they're very positive, but for us to try and do our best to keep them going. Like at one point, like right now we have 6 people working for us. At one point, at some points we got up to 14 people. So I think that's challenging for us to try and keep them on board, to make sure that they are doing okay physically, emotionally, materially, that's challenging for us too right now. We're doing our best to support our staff.
Yeah, and that's a big responsibility to have to manage through all of this. And, as a small business, it's, you have to make some tough decisions there.
Yeah, we have.
There's just still a lot of unknowns with everything going on right now. So it's kind of hard to fill in blanks when you don't know when you're able to fill in those blanks and how you're going to do it. It's just odd. And I'm preaching to the choir. Obviously, everyone's right in the middle of this thing with everyone else, but it's kind of weird. Like, okay, so when can we, plug the cord back into the wall here, right? And get back to something that felt normal.
It was really good. Like before this happened, everything was really good. We were finally at a place where now we can just roll.
Moving and grooving.
We're moving. Everyone below us, or not below us, with us, who works for us, everyone's comfortable, So this did put a little wrench in our whole wave.
Yeah.
I don't want wrenches and waves.
Yeah.
Definitely not. That would be bad.
All day long.
I mean, how fun is that?
Wrenching a wave. Wrenching a wave. It's like throwing water in a chain.
We received a comment saying Brett should do stand-up from Patrick.
Oh my God, don't start.
Don't make me stand up, because I do not have pants on, because I know it's just going to be on video.
I saw that comment. I'm like, please don't say anything.
You said I must have been out of the room. It was me. It probably came in when I left the room, because I was on the other thing. Like.
Oh my God.
Had to mention.
Yeah.
But I would love to.
I do have pants on.
I'd love to see some of the designs that you have for sale right now.
So first of all, for whoever your followers are, if they use the code follow35, we're offering 35% off the website. Every week on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, I think it's every Tuesday or Wednesday, we're doing an Instagram sample sale. So if any of your customers want to buy on Instagram, we have a little sample sale. They can just DM, and Chelsea will ship out whatever piece they want to purchase. A lot of stuff that we're going to be showing on the next Instagram is like long layering stuff. Everything we use is silver, 14 karat gold fill, and real 14 karat gold. Most of the stuff we bring to the Melrose Trading Post is gold fill or sterling silver. So the gold fill is great because they can wear it in the water, you could do whatever, and it doesn't tarnish. So it wears like gold, but the price is much more affordable. So we're going to be showing a lot of like layering pieces. So that's what we've been doing a lot more lately, making that. We started making some jewelry for children. That goes through our sister company. We have another company called Coco Rain, which we started a few years ago, but since this we've had time, we've been adding a little bit more, so there'll be more children's jewelry. So that will come later. That's Coco Rain. And then just a lot of trendy stuff like earrings and stuff, that's all on Instagram. So a lot of this stuff. We're working more on just layering pieces because that's still what's very hot. Coin necklaces, all that stuff.
Oh yeah, I did see your coin necklaces on there. They're really beautiful.
Yes. Yeah, very good. Very easy for every day. I have some over here. I don't know if you can see from there, but there's like just all these kind of coins. But yeah, maybe I can hold it up. It's a lot of.
There you go. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So all those will be all on Instagram and on the website. But yeah, so the website, they get extra 35% off. Instagram will already be like sample sale pricing.
Nice. Okay, so can you plug your website and your Instagram and all the places that people can connect you with?
Yeah.
Everything is London Manori. So it's londonmanori.com, Instagram at London Manori, Twitter, London Manori.
Etsy, London Manori,
Etsy,
Amazon, London Manori.
It's all across the board.
The only Facebook is London Manori Jewelry. That's the only one that's different.
But you can buy on through Instagram. We're sellers on there, so you can buy directly off of our posts. And yeah, everything, if you look it up, you'll find us all over the web. London Manori, LONDONMANORI. That's what it is.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for plugging that. You know, we got to make sure that people know where to go to get their fabulous jewelry. And so we have just a couple of minutes. Do you want to perhaps give us some final parting words for everyone? Some sweet thoughts, some positive, hopeful, something good?
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
Well, yeah, happy Mother's Day to anyone that's on here that's a mom or has moms.
Or has dogs or cats.
Dogs or cats or whatever, you know. But first and foremost, I mean, you've heard this all day and you hear it every day, but thank you guys, you know, Natalie and the whole crew, everyone there.
We couldn't have been this far without you guys. We
Yeah.
started with you guys.
Honestly,
So
you
we're
guys
very
are like
loyal to you.
the very beginning of our venture, and we're still in it. And thanks for having us even today. This is an awesome forum. I hope we continue to do this because it just feels it's like an appetizer of being connected again to the community that we are so in love with, you know. And I usually have a lot of words, but right now it's just more of a sentiment and a feeling and just a thankfulness for having us with you right now and just, you know, keeping us in that parking lot as well. When hopefully we can take the chains off those gates and get it going again. And but yeah, thanks. I don't know how else to say it. You guys are awesome. You know, we really love you guys. We really do. It's a great community and we're happy to be part of it.
Thank you. On behalf of all of us, you know, I know you've been with the market for a long time, and it's people like you that really help build this community and help it really feel like a family. It's really something special when people want to be there for so long and want to keep being a part of it. It really, you know, it just makes it feel so special.
I do have something to say for people who are thinking about joining your community, joining the Melrose Trading Post. They should. Don't think. Like, if they have an opportunity to come sell there, show their artistry, show them their creativity.
Unless you sell jewelry.
Unless you sell jewelry. Yeah, you definitely should. It's a very good opportunity for emerging artists. It's super. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's so cool talking to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me today. You've made this really special. Happy Mother's Day. Tell Riley I say hi.
Okay. Thank you, Natalie. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, guys.
See you soon.
That was wonderful. We not only got to talk to Aneela, but we also got to talk to Brett. That was awesome. So yes, their company name is London Manori. You can follow them on Instagram. I've pinned it below, London Manori. And londonmanori.com. They're on Etsy, they're on Twitter, they're on Amazon. Go find them. Look at all their beautiful jewelry. You know, if you haven't gotten something for your mother by now, I'd jump on that website right now. But if you already have, good for you. But what's coming up? You know, we've got different holidays, we've got birthdays coming up, so definitely check them out. If you feel like you just want a special piece for yourself, they have such beautiful jewelry. I highly recommend it personally, but I know a lot of people on here would say the same thing. So yes, definitely check them out. London Manori. So I'm Natalie from Greenway Art Alliance, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching. It has been so fun doing these videos. You know, part of the mission of Greenway Art Alliance is to connect communities, and one of the ways we look to do this is through storytelling. So it is so awesome to be able to bring these people that we love here live and share their stories with you. And I really hope you enjoyed the lineup today. We had some incredible people with us. We had an awesome performance from Dylan Chambers. If you missed any of these videos, I put them on our stories, but also we have them on our website, and we have all the ones from last week on our website too. So if you visit melrosetradingpost.org/MTP-live, you can see the videos from last week. And it may take me a little while, but I'm going to get the videos up from today on there too. So keep checking. Each week I'll be updating the website, and then we'll put the new lineup on there as well. So again, all right. We do not know when we are reopening. Thank you for asking. But we are keeping an ear out so that we can know when it is safe to operate and how to operate safely. But we are looking forward to the day that we can reopen, but we do not have a date yet. So that's why we are doing this online, MTP Live. And every Sunday we're going to be going live and bringing you interviews, behind the scenes looks at all the incredible people that sell at the Melrose Trading Post, and we're going to bring you a musical performance as well. So once again, I'm Natalie from Greenway Art Alliance and the Melrose Trading Post. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next week.